What if I told you that the reason you're broke isn't because of the economy, your boss, your parents, or your bad luck? What if the real reason is something that's been living inside your own mind, quietly, invisibly, blocking every dollar, every opportunity, every breakthrough that was ever meant for you? In 1955, a man named Dr. Joseph Murphy sat down and wrote a short, dangerous little book. Dangerous because it told people something that the world had been trying to hide from them. It told them, you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the architect of your financial life. That book was called How to Attract Money. And in the next minutes, I'm going to walk you through every single idea inside it. The ideas that have quietly changed the financial lives of millions of people around the world. Stay until the end because the last chapter contains the single most powerful exercise in the entire book, and I promise you, you have never tried anything quite like it. Before we dive in, tell me in comments which book do you want to explain on the next video. So, who is Joseph Murphy? Dr. Joseph Murphy was born in Ireland in 1919. He started his life as a chemist, a man of science. But then something happened that changed everything. He got sick, terribly sick, cancer, and the doctors told him there was nothing more they could do. But Murphy refused to accept that verdict. Instead of giving up, he began to study the one thing that conventional medicine couldn't explain, the power of the subconscious mind. He studied ancient texts, philosophy, metaphysics, and the emerging field of psychology, and he applied what he learned directly to himself. The result? He recovered completely, and he spent the next several decades of his life teaching others what he had discovered. His most famous book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, became one of the best-selling self-help books in history. But today, we're focusing on a lesser-known gem, How to Attract Money, a sharp, focused, practical guide to rewiring your relationship with wealth. Murphy believed one thing above all else. Your financial life is a printout of what's happening in your subconscious mind. Change what's in the mind, and the money follows. Principle 1. The subconscious is your money magnet. Here's the first thing Murphy wants you to understand. You have two minds, not one, two. The iceberg story. Imagine your mind as an iceberg. The tip above the water, that's your conscious mind. That's the part that sets goals, reads self-help books, and says, I want to be rich. That's maybe 10% of the total iceberg. But underneath the water, massive, hidden, impossibly powerful, is your subconscious mind. It runs 90% of everything. And here's where most people make their fatal mistake. They think they can attract money by wanting it consciously, by setting goals, by vision boards, by affirmations they don't really believe. But the subconscious doesn't care about your vision board. It only responds to deep, emotionally charged beliefs, the ones that were planted there years ago, maybe in childhood, when someone told you, money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, we could never afford that. Margaret, the woman who couldn't keep money. Let me tell you about a woman Murphy describes in the book. Let's call her Margaret. Margaret worked hard her whole life. She was smart, talented, well-liked, but no matter how much she earned, she always ended up back at zero. Every raise got swallowed by unexpected expenses. Every investment failed. Every business idea fizzled. Was she unlucky? No. When Murphy began to work with her, they discovered something buried deep in her subconscious. When Margaret was 7 years old, her father said, after losing his job, people like us are just not meant to have money. 7-year-old Margaret believed him. she accepted it as absolute truth. And for the next 30 years, her subconscious mind was simply keeping its promise, keeping her exactly where she believed she deserved to be. Murphy writes, "Your subconscious mind does not argue with you. It accepts what your conscious mind decrees." If you say, "I can't afford it," do not say it. Select a better thought. "I can afford it. I accept it in my mind." This isn't magical thinking. This is how the brain actually works. When you repeatedly tell yourself you can't afford something, your reticular activating system, the brain's attention filter, begins to screen out every opportunity that contradicts that belief. You literally stop seeing the doors that are already open to you. Principle 2. Stop treating money like the enemy. Now here's something Murphy says that will probably make some of you uncomfortable. He says, money is good. Money is spiritual. Money is a form of love expressed in material form. I know, you might be thinking, that sounds like something a televangelist says to empty your wallet. But stay with me, because Murphy's argument is actually profound. The poisoned well of guilt. Most of us grow up with deeply mixed messages about money. We're told to work hard and earn it, but also told that loving money is the root of all evil, that rich people are corrupt, that wanting more makes you greedy. Murphy says this guilt is the most toxic thing in your financial life, because if deep down you believe that money is shameful, then your subconscious will protect you from it. You will self-sabotage every single time, not because you're weak, but because your subconscious is doing exactly what you trained it to do, keeping money away because you taught it that money is dangerous. The doctor who hated paying bills. Murphy tells the story of a doctor who came to him frustrated that despite a busy practice, he was constantly in debt. The doctor said, and this is the key, "I hate it. Every check I write feels like losing blood. It feels like the money is being ripped away from me." And Murphy said, "That's your problem. You are paying your bills with resentment, and that resentment is a signal you're sending to your subconscious that says, money leaving is painful. Money is loss. I am a victim of money." That signal creates a belief. That belief creates a pattern. The pattern creates the debt. Murphy's solution: bless every dollar. The next time you pay a bill, don't pay it with resentment, pay it with gratitude. Say, "I bless this payment. I am grateful I have the ability to pay this. I know that the universe replenishes all that flows from me." The next time you see something expensive, don't say, "I could never afford that." Say, "That's not for me right now, but abundance like that is absolutely available to me." Sounds too simple? Consider the science. When you feel resentment, cortisol floods your system. Your thinking narrows. Your creativity drops. When you feel gratitude, the opposite happens. You become more open, more resourceful, more likely to notice and act on opportunities. Money is energy. It flows, and it flows toward people who welcome it warmly, not those who resent it, fear it, or feel unworthy of it. Principle 3. Scientific imagination. All right, you've cleared the guilt, you've accepted that money is good. Now Murphy gives you the tool. He calls it scientific imagination. And it's not daydreaming, it's not wishful thinking, it's something very specific and very powerful. How the subconscious mind accepts a new reality. Murphy explains that the subconscious cannot distinguish between a real experience and a vividly imagined one. This is the same principle NASA uses to train astronauts and elite athletes to mentally rehearse performance before competition. When you imagine something with full emotional intensity, seeing it, feeling it, believing it as already real, your subconscious accepts it as an experience that has occurred.
And once the subconscious believes something has occurred, it works overtime to make the outer world match that inner reality. Story: Thomas, the salesman in a slump. Murphy shares the story of a salesman, let's call him Thomas, who had been in a 3-year income slump after a painful divorce. He came to Murphy feeling defeated. He said, "Nothing I try works. I've lost my edge. I think I've lost my luck." Murphy said, "You haven't lost your luck. You've lost your mental image of success. You've replaced it with a mental image of failure, and your subconscious is faithfully reproducing that failure every single day." So Murphy gave him one exercise. Every night before sleep, Thomas would lie in bed and close his eyes. He would imagine, in full detail, closing a successful deal. He would feel the handshake, hear the yes, feel the satisfaction rising in his chest. He would imagine depositing the commission check. He would sit in that feeling for 10 minutes until it felt completely real. He did this every night for 30 days. By week 3, he had closed 2 deals. By month 2, he had broken his personal sales record. Nothing in his external circumstances had changed. The economy was the same, his clients were the same, his product was the same. The only thing that changed was the image he held in his mind. Murphy's 3-step imagination formula. Step 1. Relax deeply. Enter a drowsy, half-awake state. Murphy says this is when the subconscious is most receptive, right before sleep. Step 2. Construct a vivid scene. Picture a specific scene that would exist if your financial goal were already achieved, not the process, the result, the finished picture. Step 3. Emotionalize it. Don't just see it, feel it. The joy, the relief, the pride, the gratitude. Murphy says the emotion is the fuel. Without it, the image is just wallpaper. With it, it becomes a direct command to the subconscious. Pause right now and ask yourself, what does your mental image of money look like? When you picture your financial future, is the image exciting and abundant, or is it anxious and scarce? Whatever image you hold most consistently, with the most emotion, is what your subconscious is currently building toward. The question is, are you building the life you want or the life you fear?
Principle 4. The law of circulation. This next principle is the one most people resist the most, and it's probably the most important one in the book. Murphy calls it the law of circulation, and he says it is one of the fundamental laws of the universe. The stagnant lake versus the river. Imagine a lake that has no outlet. Water flows in, but nothing flows out. What happens? The water stagnates. It becomes polluted. It stops being life-giving. Now imagine a river, constantly flowing in, constantly flowing out. Always fresh, always clear, always abundant. Murphy says your finances work exactly the same way. People who hoard money, who grip it in fear, who refuse to give or invest or share, create stagnation. Their financial life becomes a closed system. Nothing new can enter because there's no space for it. But people who give freely, who tithe, who invest, who share their abundance without fear, create circulation. And in a circulating system, new abundance constantly arrives to replace what left. Murphy was deeply influenced by ancient spiritual teachings that prescribed giving a specific portion of one's income, not as charity, but as a declaration, "I am not afraid. I trust that more is coming." But here's the crucial part Murphy emphasizes. It's not the act of giving that changes your finances. It's what giving does to your subconscious mind. When you give generously and without fear, you are sending your subconscious the most powerful message possible. I live in an abundant universe. There is more than enough. I am not afraid.
And the subconscious, faithful as always, accepts this as truth and proceeds to prove you right.
Let me tell you one final story. A young man, let's call him David, came to Murphy in the early 1950s. David had been raised in deep poverty. His father had died bankrupt. He'd grown up hearing, "Money is not for people like us." He was 28, working as a clerk, barely surviving, feeling trapped in a destiny he'd never chosen. Murphy taught him the sleepy state technique, just this one thing. David practiced it every night for 60 days. His scene was simple: himself sitting at a desk, opening a letter that contained a job offer, 3 times his current salary, doing work he loved. On day 43, he received a phone call from a company he'd applied to 6 months earlier, a company he'd nearly forgotten about. They offered him a position. The salary was exactly 3 times what he was earning. Was it coincidence? Maybe. Murphy would say it doesn't matter. What matters is this: David's subconscious had been quietly directing his attention, shaping his actions, priming him to recognize and act on opportunities he would have previously missed or talked himself out of. The subconscious is not a magic wand, it's a navigation system. And for 60 days, David had been programming his navigation system with a very specific destination. So let's bring it all home. Dr. Joseph Murphy, in How to Attract Money, gives us a roadmap, not a mystery, not a secret, a roadmap to rewiring the only thing that has ever stood between you and financial freedom, your own mind. The 5 principles, final recap. 1. Your subconscious controls your wealth. Your financial life is a printout of your deepest beliefs. To change the printout, you must change the beliefs. 2. Money is good. Release the guilt, the shame, and the fear. Money is a tool of freedom, generosity, and growth. Bless it. Welcome it. Stop apologizing for wanting it. 3. Scientific imagination. Vividly imagine your financial goals as already achieved with full emotional intensity, and your subconscious will work tirelessly to make that inner reality your outer one. 4. The law of circulation. Give freely without fear. Create circulation, not stagnation. What flows out, given joyfully, returns multiplied. 5. Right work, right attitude. Bring love and excellence to what you do. Find your calling. Pour yourself into work that serves others, and prosperity follows as a natural consequence. Here is what I want you to take from this. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not cursed or unlucky or destined for a small life. You are simply someone who was handed a set of mental programs by your family, your culture, your experiences that were never designed to create wealth. But programs can be rewritten. Beliefs can be replaced. The subconscious, as Murphy showed us, is infinitely trainable. The question is simply, will you do the work? Tonight, not tomorrow, not after you finish this video, tonight, before you sleep, try it. Close your eyes, take 10 breaths, build the scene of what you want your financial life to look like. Feel it, believe it, even for just 10 minutes. Do it for 30 days, without judgment, without expectation. And then come back and tell me what happened. Because I have a feeling you're going to have quite a story to tell. If this video moved you, if it gave you something to think about or something to try, hit that like button. It takes 2 seconds and it helps more people find this channel and find these ideas. Subscribe if you want to go deeper into the books that change lives. Every week we break down one transformative book, not just what it says, but how to actually apply it. And drop a comment below. What is the one financial belief from your past that you know has been holding you back? Write it out. Name it. That's the first step to releasing it. I'll see you in the next one.